All right. The amount of wow, I can't speak either. The amount of technical difficulties I have had trying to get this thing to run right now for this very, very simple video. What's up, everyone? This is Jordan from Poison Noises here. Hopefully with some content that's a little less heavy than the previous video I formed on the future of Poison Noises. Maybe you guys want more stuff like this. Maybe no one cares, but this particular thing we're going to go over lives rent-free in my head and pops up in my Facebook memories more than just once a year, which is weird. It's like the only post I have that's like that. I guess it's probably just from people still commenting on it. It's got to be what it is. Either way, I thought it'd be fun to share it with you guys. Yeah, I'm here. My split dye is almost completely grown out. I'll have single colored hair like a normal person pretty soon if I don't do something about it. But if you watched the first video I posted on here, assuming that I do them in the right order, you'll understand why. There's a lot going on in my life right now. I'm also wearing my, I know it's going to be backwards, so I'll have to post a picture of it on here, but I'm wearing my I Don't Care shirt that I used to sell on the Poison Noises website. Generally speaking, how that goes is I come up with something that I think is funny at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And if it's still funny by the time that I wake up, I post it on the website for $20. I think this one got bought one time. I've had some other ones on there. This one was particularly funny to me. Like I said in the last video, the website's down, so you guys won't even be able to purchase it. If you guys want more of this shirt, let me know. Maybe I can make it even cheaper for $15, but probably not with all the tariffs because these definitely get printed in like China or something like that. All right, moving on. Let's jump into what I'm talking about here. So I have this Facebook post in January 11th of 2022. Okay. And what that post was pertained to a very specific demographic of people that live in my hometown, which is like the Capital District, Albany, New York area, upstate New York for anyone not from there. And yeah, so I'm going to preface this with you guys are going to know what guitar I'm talking about already as soon as I start talking about this. I'm talking about the PRS SE Silver Sky. That's what the thumbnail is talking about, right? I don't have the same infatuation for John Mayer that every other guitar player in the world seems to. I understand he's like one of our last few modern guitar heroes, and I think he's a tremendous player. I'm going to start with that. I think John Mayer is very good, and he's obviously a huge influence on the pedal community. That being said, he's like not one of my heroes by any means, and my hometown back there, a lot of people, he's the man. My wife's also a tremendous fan of his. I just don't see it. I don't know why. I find his music a little contrived. I've never been impressed by his lyricism. I think what he does with Dead & Company is really incredible. And I've seen him live by himself before, and it's definitely a show. He's definitely a performer, and like I said, definitely a exceptional guitar player. The music's just not for me. I don't know. Take that as you will. But the Silver Sky, the original one, the expensive one, the American-made one, came out when I was working at Guitar Center. I was probably just the customer service manager at that point. And we got like 2 or 3 of them, and I played them all, and they just didn't bite for me either. They kind of did that 60s Strat glassy pickup thing, which totally makes sense for Dead & Company, 100%. Like, not saying they picked the wrong pickups by any means, but I'm just like more of a 50s Strat sound guy, I guess. My Strat right there above my head, you can't really see it, has like custom shop fat 50s in it. And that's like the kind of sound when I think of a Strat, that's the sound I hear. It's the one with the white racing stripe up there, which actually doesn't discern. That's not a good descriptor for a specific guitar in my collection because most of them have white racing stripes, except for that one right there. You can't really see that either. That Troy Van Leeuwen Jazzmaster has a cream racing stripe that I just put on it. Maybe I'll post a picture of that. That's the guitar I made the first crook with, and now Troy Van Leeuwen has a crook. If that's not a cool full circle moment for my company, I don't know what is. Back to the guitar at hand, though. In my hometown, like I was talking about. There's a very specific kind of person who I expected to buy this guitar. I don't know how to put it in a politically correct means, and I don't necessarily think there is one, so I'm just going to say it's like that white boy soul scene, with that kind of like, you know, clean guitar, chord hammer-on thing. Not my bag. I play like angsty, snotty punk music, you know, or like really weird ambient pedal stuff, and neither one of those really fits this guitar, right? So on January 11th, 2022, betting that's the exact day, as I was pretty plugged in at that point. I mean, what the pedal market was pretty good at that point too. So like I probably was diving deep into what was actually going on in the gear scene. I mean, Poison Noises will have its 2-year anniversary 9 days after this post. The Crook has already popped off at this point. People on the internet know about it. We have tons of celebrity players playing it. It's before the Addison Crook. So JHS is still doing the live streams like almost every day for like 2 hours long, just talking about gear. The forums are popping off. Everyone's already spent their stimulus checks and probably trying to figure out, you know, if they're not already back from being furloughed, how much longer their unemployment is going to last them. But we're kind of like, we're at the end days of COVID, the first bout of it or second bout of it, whatever we were at that point, right? So, you know, this version of this guitar, let me read the post. We're already like 6.5 minutes into this. Let me read what the post was. If you buy one of the new PRS SE Silver Skies, we probably don't get along. That was my post. And that post doesn't have a ton of likes on it by any means. It's got like 23 or something. It's the comments is where people started caring about it, including myself, I guess. Yeah, I just, let me see if I can open some of these up and we can jump into it. Let's see. Well, I guess the right place to start is going to be at the top. Okay, so before I even start commenting on it, I got people just like, what about the old Silver Skies, right? Like, yeah, that was a, you know, I mean, I hadn't played an SE at this point, but it's the same thing to me. The only difference now, the SE means like everyone's going to be able to afford one. I think they were still like $800. I don't even remember. All right, so what's next? This cat named Adam, really good friend of Connor's, also a friend of mine, has come to a bunch of our trade shows and helped us out and stuff like that. He goes, I'll stick to my $2,500 one. Okay. He's since sold that guitar since then. I'm going to let you know. But immediately I start roasting in the comments, right? So it's like, did it come with a gift certificate to H&M? If you don't understand that or think that's funny, you're not going to like the rest of this video. And I'm sorry I've wasted 8 minutes of your life. But he comments underneath, man, all of my clothes are H&M. Still buying your pedals, though. Got me on that one. I'll let you know I enjoy using your pedals to play John Mayer music. Okay. So those are the kind of people who are in these threads. They know me. They know the direction I'm going with this already, right? So it's like a guy named Matt. I met him at a Guitar Center store manager meeting in 2020, right before the world exploded, right before I started Poison Noises. I think I had like already developed the first gluttonous fuzz circuit, that one. I'm pretty sure I'd already done that. No thanks, I'll actually play my actual Strat, my man. Absolutely. Let's see. Connor goes, dude, stay salty, LMFAO. And then, because Connor knows it's coming, and here it is. So the first thing I post on this is, if this guitar was an outfit, it would look like this. Black denim jacket, ripped and worn t-shirt that is longer than the jacket, high water skinny jeans with one singular ripped knee, Doc Martens with extra low cut socks, and a necklace with some type of crystal in it. Probably amethyst. That's the one I used to see all the time. Yeah, that's everyone from my hometown that plays guitar. That's what they all look like. Especially in like that Troy music scene where I actually lived, where there's like a bunch of shops and people are actually playing out all night. Like, those are the guitar players. Let's see here. This guitar smells like Nag Champa and unwashed hair. I feel like I'm maybe dating myself with the Nag Champa thing. I feel like I am. Nag Champa was like a kind of incense that you could like get at like head shops or like the mall when I was in high school. It's like, It's like the quintessential hippie, stinky, smelly guy incense, essentially, is what it is. This guitar has a strict diet of Trader Joe's and asking for free water from the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru. That's a good one. That's like a 10 out of 10 one right there. That's probably like targeting it on someone specific from my hometown. That's pretty good. Let's see. This guitar dropped out of the business administration program at a state school paid for by its stepdad. Again, so many people like that back in Albany. This guitar has the word woke in its Instagram handle. I don't know how I feel about that one. That one meant something different back then. Woke used to be like the crystal necklace guys, like the wooks you guys know what wooks are? I don't even know if that's a common thing or just amongst my heady festival friends. It was like the spiritual people, not like, of your more common religions or anything like that. They were, probably did a little too much DMT and saw their savior or something like that. That's what woke used to mean. Woke just means like liberal now. I'm not trying to make this a political thing, but it means a different thing now. So that joke was maybe funnier 3 years ago. Maybe not. Maybe none of this is funny to you, and this video isn't for you. Hopefully you've left by now. Let's see here. What else we got? This guitar called out of its one shift this week at Chipotle because it was out of Jewel pods. That's definitely targeting a specific person back home. 100%. This guitar has a half-peeled Coexist sticker falling off the back of its Subaru Outback. Yeah. Pretty sure those things just like grow on the back of those, right? You go to the Subaru dealership and they're like, here's your title, here's your proof of purchase, and here's your Coexist sticker for the back. I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. Instead of like when CarMax does like the big bow on the car, they just slap one of those babies on the back. This guitar has unknown Chinese characters tattooed on its forearm. That's a good one. That's a really good one. My buddy, I mean, like a lot of people have that where I come from, but like my buddy Joey actually went to China and he got like the hippie thing, like the peace, love, and harmony thing on his arm. I used to tell people it was chicken noodle soup, and he didn't like that joke. I thought it was really funny. That was like a 16-year-old me joke that I thought was really funny. Is that it? Is that all of them? That might be all of them. Let's see. Oh no, there's one more. This is the one that actually lives rent-free in my head. Let me see. I know where it is. Yeah. This guitar tells girls they're too sexy to be sad when they cry on Snapchat. That's the best one. That's the piece de la resistance. That's my opus. That's my masterpiece right there is what that is. Yeah, this video was like not for anything besides my own amusement, really. I'm also just trying to get a feel for what I'm supposed to be doing here in front of a camera. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to recording anything without other people in the room. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If not, whatever, you can tell me in the comments. Tell me you love it in the comments. Tell me what stuff you guys want me to be making. That's the ultimate reason I'm really doing this. All that being said, I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time also. Thank you for being with me through these growing pains of whatever the next thing for Poison Noises is. And yeah, hit me with your best John Mayer like type person. Connor calls them looking-likes in the comments, right after you like and subscribe. That's the first time I've ever said in my life, and I couldn't really find a way to do it that made me comfortable, so I just made it as uncomfortable as possible. Thanks again, everyone. I'll see you next time.